Ladies and gentlemen, MrBeast is getting sued, and I think he was trying to hide this. I'm not going to be going over the lawsuit too much because, to be honest, stuff like that really bores me, and I don't know too much about legalities for me to go over the documents and the whole lawsuit files and stuff like that. But I'll go over what it's about and kind of just, I guess, touch on it a little bit. But before we get into the topic of the video, do you guys like the scenery? Let me know down in the comment section if you guys like this. I am in California right now. I'm traveling. I was not going to make any content during this period, but the videos have been doing really good, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do whatever I need to do. I am going to be at TwitchCon. If you guys are going to be at TwitchCon and you see me, feel free to say what's up. So before we get right into it, I want to go ahead and mention that in the last video I made, I actually went over the fact that MrBeast could be using the Lunchly launch as some sort of a distraction from everything that's going on. Obviously, he's been in a lot of crazy situations, people exposing it for this and that, allegations everywhere. And it seems like I'm not the only one thinking that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at what he's getting sued for and get right into the video. Oh my goodness, I did not mean to. Yeah, this is not supposed to be there. A tweet from Culture Crave from a couple days ago. MrBeast and Amazon are being sued by contestants on his upcoming Beast Game show for fail to pay minimum wages and overtime, fail to prevent sexual harassment, and participants weren't provided uninterrupted meal breaks and rest breaks. There's a quote here from an article. It says, several contestants ended up hospitalized. Others reported suffering physical and mental complications while being subjected to chronic mistreatment, degradation, and for the female contestants, hostile working conditions. This was taken directly from an article that Variety published a couple of days ago as of September 17th. And it says, MrBeast, Amazon sued by contestants on Beast Games competition show with allegations including harassment and chronic mistreatment. You guys can go ahead and check that out if you guys haven't already. Now, I do want to go ahead and get to the next thing, and that's that Rosanna Pansino, one of the main people with the whole expose going on against MrBeast and stuff like that, tweeted out, surely MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul knew the public announcement of this lawsuit was coming soon, right? Did they try and rush announcing their Temu Lunchables to distract from the story? Is that why all three of them responded so poorly to being called out? Why hire a crisis management team if you're just going to tweet a response to drama alert? And this is what I was talking about. I wasn't the only one thinking that MrBeast is trying to take away attention from all the negative going on. Ms. Rosanna Pansino herself is thinking that because of this lawsuit that was going on behind the scenes, MrBeast decided, you know what, let's go ahead and drop this, launch this, because no, we can't look bad anymore. We already got a lot up our sleeves when it comes to negative publicity going on. So, and as I mentioned before, I did say that I had a crazy conspiracy theory where I think that MrBeast is just trying to drift the negative attention away towards something positive. I'm going to go ahead and play the clip, and you guys let me know if, I don't know, maybe you think the same.
Oh, hear me out. So I just came up with the craziest conspiracy theory. I'm not saying this is why they're doing it or not, but check this out. So I was looking for a screenshot on MrBeast News to use for this video. I searched up MrBeast News, went on the news tab on Google, and I realized that all they're talking about is this new Lunchly product, which brings me to this point, which is like the optimist, open-minded conspiracy theorist in my head, where I'm like, what if they did this right now? MrBeast is having so much controversy and his name is going everywhere, to kind of have media outlets and all these articles and stuff like that be written about something positive and him make profit off of it. It might sound kind of crazy, but what if this is what MrBeast is doing? If he's doing it, I'm not gonna lie, he's a genius. But holy shit, I feel like I'm up to something. I feel like I'm cooking. Did they do this to hide all the recent negative SEO on media outlets? I don't know. That'd be fucking crazy.
So did MrBeast try to hide this whole lawsuit? I don't know, but he did respond to the negative things that people were saying about Lunchly. We have a tweet from Dan TDM that I shared in my past video. We said, what happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better and to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better. Then we had a couple other people criticizing as well, like Jojo Josiah. I don't know who that is, but they always promote it like it's healthy too, LOL. Then Ballistic Squid also said, why not teach kids healthy eating habits, which is something I heavily agreed on my last video. And Plain Rock saying scammers plus child labor equals childhood obesity, maybe bullying too, which is a crazy statement, but I definitely get where he's coming from. KS also responded to Dan TDM, where he said, looks like crap to me. And he shows Dan TDM's merch. We got a TDM little Tube Heroes action figure, as well as the U2s and another Dan TDM toy, which honestly, I gotta disagree with KSI's point of view here, because like I said last video, if you at least provide some sort of value, not just collab with a bunch of pre-existing products, and it's like, okay, come on. These are literally just toys for kids, which by the way, KSI has as well. And this isn't really an unhealthy thing in that sort of sense. Like, you're not feeding kids crap by giving them toys. Everyone plays with toys. KSI did also say, but he was talking about food. JJ. He was sponsored, then promoted, then made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? Which right here, I'm not gonna lie, I gotta say KSI was cooking with this. He did cook a little bit because, I mean, that is pretty weird of Dan TDM to attack them when he was literally promoting a junk food pack. Very contradicting, to say the least. Another guy here also says, you can say that Lunchly stuff isn't the healthiest food to eat, and I'll agree with you, that's fine, but it's ridiculous to take a step further and act like KSI, Logan, and MrBeast are bad people for selling this when it is a snack. And number two, essentially just as healthy and unhealthy as Lunchables, your mom's ham and cheese sandwich, your favorite cereal, a candy bar burger, or school cafeteria food. But to try to act like they're terrible people or they are poisoning kids for selling a snack is peak internet outrage. If you think it's unhealthy, don't let your children eat it. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta agree with that. It's just like, okay, if you know that Prime is not the healthiest thing for kids, well, don't buy it for your kids. See, I could be pretty unbiased. Come on, I'm not a hater. I'm just about things being done right. Then we head over to Logan's response, where he says, I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. He said, we spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. You don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead. But when we create a better version, you're upset, then don't eat it. And by the way, community note says, misleading in saying Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead and that they created a better version. It implies Lunchly doesn't contain lead. Ice Pop Prime hydration found in turkey snackums also has reports of lead contamination from the ERC. Kind of funny. And then we head over to MrBeast's respond about the whole Lunchly negative perception that people are talking about, including myself. He says, Lunchables sells hundreds of millions of units and countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80 less calories, 60% less sugar, more electrolytes. We use real cheese. They use cheese product. They can't call it cheese. Higher quality meat, etc. Obviously, eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier. But if somebody's gonna eat a pre-made meal like this, which millions of people already do through Lunchables, then I think that giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net good, in my opinion, and why we launched Lunchly. Also, as we get economies of scale and can get things cheaper, we will only be improving the product more and more. Which, by the way, I have no idea how much it's gonna be. I can only think that it's gonna be as much as like a Happy Meal. I have no idea. Hopefully not, because they're saying that the price should be around the same of what a Lunchable costs. Then Rosanna Pansino responds with, LOL, remember last time you preached a better for you candy and then quietly changed the formula to be much worse after you used it as one of your main selling points? Post full nutritional facts and ingredients if they're so much better for you, which is crazy because obviously Feastables had an original formula that was supposed to be like a way healthier alternative, and then the chocolate that's already out there like Hershey's, Reese's, etc. And then they switched it over to a way unhealthier version that allegedly has way worse ingredients than candies like Hershey's. So I gotta agree. If you're gonna go ahead and say that, at least back it up with some nutritional facts, etc. and so forth. Then we got another tweet by Rosanna Pansino saying, a few years ago, I backed out of an 8-figure deal with Walmart because we couldn't make the food with as good of ingredients as I wanted to. Organic, no preservatives, etc. at the scale needed. People like MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul absolutely could, and yet they choose to do this. That's everything you need to know. So I'm not gonna lie, with the power they have, I would think they could go with a healthier route. However, when it comes to money and stuff like that, maybe this is just a cheaper way to produce at massive scales. So I don't know. And to finish it off with a little bit of humor, some guy tweeted, 43-year-old Twitter users who will become divorced at any second say, revolutionary, this is gonna change the game. No more Lunchables in this house. And then Dogpack goes ahead and hits us with this banger of a tweet. It says, Lunchly is a part of a genius YouTube strategy. Here's how. Unhealthy, lethargic kids provide higher audience retention than healthy, active kids. By creating food products that debilitate his audience, MrBeast is able to increase his AVD, average view duration. This is a key metric in getting promoted by the YouTube algorithm, which, by the way, yes. So MrBeast doesn't just optimize his content for the YouTube algorithm, he optimizes his audience for the YouTube algorithm as well. Truly a visionary. And that's actually hilarious to think about because even if MrBeast is not thinking about it that deep, which honestly, you never know, it is the beast, right? This is just a funny thing to put out there. Man, Dogpack is always out to get MrBeast. And then we have another post, which I think is just reaching, to be honest. And it says, why can't any of them genuinely smile? So I think that's just a bit of a stretch from the other side, the people that are disagreeing with this whole Lunchly situation. I mean, I definitely don't like it, but I'm not going to go ahead and reach for things that aren't there. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. Was MrBeast trying to hide the lawsuit? Is this a reason they hurried up to launch this Lunchly product? Who knows? Make sure you leave a like if you guys enjoy, subscribe with post notifications turned on for more content like this. Let me know down in the comment section if there's any other topic you'd want me to cover. Check out all my social media to be updated where I am if you guys are going to TwitchCon or anything like that, or just for entertainment, especially on Snapchat. As always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Virux out. Peace.